Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Jane and Alex podcast. I am so happy to be here with you all today. How are you doing today, Alex?
Hey Jane, I'm doing great, thanks. I'm feeling really energized today. I actually just had a double shot of espresso, so I am ready to go. How about you? How's your week going?
Ooh, the double espresso. That is brave. My week is going really well, thank you. Actually, something happened yesterday at work that really inspired today's topic. It was a bit of an awkward situation, to be honest.
Oh, really? Awkward situations are usually the best learning experiences, right? What happened?
Exactly. So we had a meeting with a new client, and one of the junior members of my marketing team was presenting a really great idea. I mean, the idea was solid. It was creative, it was data-driven, it was perfect. But the client didn't buy it. In fact, they kind of dismissed it immediately.
That is frustrating, especially if the idea was actually good. Why do you think they dismissed it? Was it too expensive?
That's the thing. It wasn't the price, it wasn't the timeline, it was the way she spoke. She used a specific type of language that made her sound unsure, unconfident, and frankly, a little bit weak. It made the client feel like she didn't believe in her own idea.
I see where this is going. It's not about what you say, but how you say it. This is a huge problem in the software world, too. I see developers write code that works perfectly, but when they explain it in a code review, they sound like they're apologizing for existing.
Yes, that is exactly it. And that brings us to our topic for today. People don't respect you because of this English mistake. We are going to talk about the language of low confidence, and specifically the hedging words and apologizing habits that destroy your authority.
This is such an important topic. If you want to be taken seriously in business or even in social situations, you have to stop making this mistake. But before we dive deep into the solution, Jane, I think we should remind our listeners of something important.
You are absolutely right, Alex. If you are enjoying this podcast and you want to improve your English confidence, please take a second right now to hit that like button. It really helps us out.
Yes, and make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. We release new episodes every week to help you speak English naturally and confidently. We want you to be part of this community.
Exactly. Okay, Alex, let's get into it. The mistake we are talking about is what linguists call hedging or qualifiers, combined with excessive apologizing. It's when you use words to soften your message because you're afraid of being too direct.
Right. It's the difference between saying, "This is the solution," and saying, "I think this might be the solution, if that's okay." The first one commands respect. The second one asks for permission.
Perfectly said. Let's break this down into a few specific habits. The first one, and this is the one my junior employee used yesterday, is the sorry syndrome. Alex, do you see this often?
Oh, constantly, especially in emails. I get emails from developers that start with, "Sorry to bother you," or "Sorry to waste your time, but." It immediately sets a negative tone. You are telling me that you are a nuisance before you even tell me what you need.
Yes, sorry to bother you. I hate that phrase. Why are you apologizing? You are doing your job. If you are emailing me about work, you are not bothering me, you are collaborating with me. When you start with sorry, you are lowering your status below the other person.
Exactly. It's a status game. In English-speaking cultures, especially in the US and UK, excessive apologizing makes you look submissive. So instead of saying sorry to bother you, what should they say, Jane?
Great question. You should simply say, "Hi, Alex. I have a quick question regarding the project." Or if you feel like you are interrupting, you can say, "Do you have a moment?" But don't apologize for existing. Another common one is when someone is late to a meeting. They rush in and say, "So sorry I'm late, so sorry."
Right. And while it is polite to acknowledge being late, saying sorry over and over again just highlights the mistake. A power move is to flip it. Instead of apologizing, thank the other person for their patience.
I love that. Thank you for waiting. It changes the energy completely. Sorry I'm late focuses on your failure. Thank you for waiting focuses on their generosity. It's much more positive and confident.
That is a great tip. Okay, so number 1 is stop apologizing for doing your job. Let's move to the second habit. This is a specific word that I think is the most dangerous word in the English language for your career. Can you guess what it is, Jane?
Is it just?
It is just. Just. I just wanted to check in. I just think that maybe I'm just a junior developer.
Oh, it makes me cringe. It makes me shiver. Just is a minimizer. It makes whatever you are saying smaller and less significant. When my employee presented her idea yesterday, she said, "I just thought that maybe we could try this new angle."
And what did the client hear? They heard, "This is a small, unimportant thought that I had. Please don't be mad at me."
Exactly. Compare that to, "I recommend we try this new angle." The difference is night and day. "I just thought" versus "I recommend." One is a suggestion from a professional, the other is a guess from a nervous person.
I have a challenge for our listeners. Go through your sent emails from the last week. Search for the word just. I bet you will find it 5 or 10 times where it doesn't need to be. I just wanted to follow up. No, you are following up. I am following up on our discussion.
That is a great challenge. Delete the word just from your business vocabulary, unless you are talking about time, like "I just arrived," but never use it to minimize your actions. "I just want to say" should be "I want to say."
Or even better, just say it. You don't need to announce that you want to say it. Be direct. Being concise is being confident.
Absolutely. Okay, let's move to the third habit. This one is very common with non-native speakers, but also with native speakers who lack confidence. It's called Upspeak, or high-rising terminal.
Oh, this is an audio issue, right? It's about intonation.
Yes, it's when you turn a statement into a question by raising your voice at the end of the sentence. For example, instead of saying, "My name is Jane, and I'm the marketing manager," you say, "My name is Jane, and I'm the marketing manager."
Oh, wow. When you do that, it sounds like you are asking me to confirm who you are. I'm the marketing manager? I don't know. Are you?
Exactly. It sounds like you are unsure of your own identity. But people do this with facts and data too. Alex, give me a technical example.
Sure. Imagine a developer says, "The server is down, so we need to restart it." It sounds like they're guessing. If I'm the boss, I get nervous. I want to hear, "The server is down. We need to restart it."
Downward intonation. That is the secret. If you want to sound authoritative, your voice should go down at the end of the sentence. "The server is down." Period, not question mark.
This is really hard to practice because we often do it subconsciously. We do it because we want to be polite and check if the other person is following us. But it backfires. It makes us look incompetent.
It does. And speaking of checking if people are following us, that leads perfectly to our fourth bad habit, the phrase, "Does that make sense?"
Oh, I am guilty of this one. I used to say this all the time after explaining complex code. Does that make sense? I thought I was being helpful.
Many people think it's helpful, but let's analyze what it actually implies. When you say, "Does that make sense?" you are suggesting one of two things. Either one, "I am very bad at explaining things, so I probably confused you." Or two, "You are not very smart, so you probably didn't understand me."
Wow, when you put it that way, it sounds terrible. Neither of those options is good. If I imply I'm bad at explaining, I lose respect. If I imply you are stupid, I lose the relationship.
Exactly. So what should we say instead? We want to check for understanding, right? That is a valid goal.
Right. Instead of asking about the sense of the information, ask for their input. You can say, "What are your thoughts on that?" Or, "Do you have any questions so far?" Yes, "What are your thoughts?" assumes that they understood you, and now you are moving to the next stage, collaboration. It is an empowering question. "Does that make sense?" is a doubt-based question.
I also like, "How does that sound to you?" It's very friendly but confident. It shows you care about their opinion, not their ability to comprehend basic English.
"How does that sound to you?" is perfect. It's very common in sales and marketing. It pushes the conversation forward. Okay, Alex, we have one more big category of confidence-killing language, the qualifiers.
The qualifiers. These are words like I think, maybe, kind of, sort of, a little bit.
Actually, that's another one. I actually think.
Oh yeah, these words act like a shield. We use them so that if we are wrong, we can say, "Well, I only said maybe." It's a defense mechanism.
Precisely. It protects our ego, but it destroys our credibility. Let's roleplay this, Alex. I want you to pitch me a new software feature. First, do it with qualifiers.
Okay. Jane, I was thinking that maybe we could sort of update the user interface. I think it's kind of looking a little bit old, and maybe if we change the colors, users might like it more, possibly?
Okay, I feel very unconvinced. I feel like you are asking me for a favor and you aren't sure if it's a good idea. Now pitch it to me without the qualifiers. Be direct.
Jane, we need to update the user interface. It looks outdated compared to our competitors. If we change the color scheme to be more modern, user engagement will increase.
I recommend we start this next sprint.
Wow, sold. Where do I sign? That was completely different. I felt safe trusting you because you sounded sure of yourself.
It felt different saying it too. The first time I felt small, the second time I felt like an expert. And notice I didn't use aggressive words. I just removed the fluff words.
That is a key point. Confidence is not aggression. You were not rude. You were just clear. We need to update. I recommend. These are strong, neutral verbs.
But Jane, what if I am unsure? What if I genuinely don't know if the new colors will work? I don't want to lie.
That is a very valid fear, but you can express uncertainty confidently. You don't say, maybe it will work. You say, based on the current trends, this is the best strategy. Or, my hypothesis is that engagement will rise. You frame it as a professional opinion, not a random guess.
My hypothesis is, I love that. It sounds so scientific and professional. It admits that we don't know the future, but it shows we have a reason for our thinking.
Exactly. Or you can say, it appears that, or the data suggests. These are much better than, I think maybe.
So let's summarize the qualifier section. We need to hunt down words like maybe, sort of, kind of, and I think.
Especially, I think. If you are stating a fact, never say I think. Don't say, I think the meeting is at 2 p.m. Say, the meeting is at 2 p.m. If you are stating an opinion, try I believe or in my experience. It carries more weight.
In my experience. That is a power phrase. It reminds everyone that you have experience and you know what you are doing.
This is a lot to take in, I know. It's hard to change these habits because they feel polite. We are taught to be humble. But in English, especially in a professional setting, excessive humility looks like incompetence.
That is the harsh truth. People judge you by your words. If you sound like a junior, you will stay a junior. If you sound like a leader, people will give you leadership opportunities.
It's true. I have promoted people who were less skilled technically but communicated with more authority because I could trust them to talk to clients. I couldn't trust the person who said sorry and maybe every 5 seconds.
That is a huge insight for our listeners. Your English skills might be perfect, your grammar, your vocabulary, but if your style is insecure, you will lose opportunities.
Okay, we have covered a lot of ground. I want to do a special segment now. We are going to do a rapid-fire vocabulary review. We use some advanced words today to describe these behaviors. Let's make sure everyone understands them.
Great idea. Let's do it.
Okay, the first word is undermine. UNDERMINE. We said that apologizing undermines your authority. Alex, what does that mean?
To undermine means to weaken or damage something gradually. Imagine digging a hole under a wall. Eventually, the wall falls. When you say sorry too much, you undermine your own position.
Perfect. Example sentence. His constant hesitation undermined his leadership.
Okay, next word, hedge or hedging. We talked about hedging language.
To hedge means to avoid giving a definite answer or to limit a statement. It's like putting a fence around your words so you are safe. Maybe and sort of are hedging words.
Example sentence, stop hedging and give me a direct answer.
Good one. Next word, concise. CONCISE.
Concise means giving a lot of information clearly and in few words. It is the opposite of rambling.
Example sentence. Her presentation was clear and concise.
Next one, assertive. We want to be assertive, not aggressive.
Assertive means having or showing a confident and forceful personality. It means standing up for your rights or ideas in a respectful way.
Example sentence, you need to be more assertive in meetings if you want your ideas to be heard.
And the last one, minimizer. We called the word just a minimizer.
A minimizer is something that makes things seem smaller or less important. Using just minimizes your contribution.
Example sentence. Avoid using minimizers like just or only when discussing your achievements.
That was a great review. These are really professional words that you can use in your daily life.
Absolutely. Now, before we get to our question of the day, let's do a full recap of the 5 confidence killers we discussed.
Let's do it.
Number 1, the sorry syndrome. Stop apologizing for doing your job. Don't say, sorry to bother you. Say, hi, do you have a minute? Or, thank you for waiting.
Number 2, the word just. It's a minimizer. Don't say, I just wanted to ask. Say, I would like to ask. Delete just from your emails.
Number 3, upspeak. Don't turn statements into questions. Keep your intonation down at the end of sentences to sound sure of yourself.
Number 4, does that make sense? Don't ask if you made sense. Ask for input. Say, what are your thoughts? Or how does that sound?
Number 5, qualifiers. Remove I think, maybe, kind of, and sort of. Use strong verbs like I recommend, I suggest, or the data shows.
If you fix these 5 things, your English will sound instantly more advanced. It's like magic. You don't even need to learn new grammar rules. You just need to subtract the bad habits.
Exactly. It is addition by subtraction.
Okay, Jane, it is time for the question of the day. I am really curious about this one.
Me too. Today's question is, can you describe a specific situation where you felt unconfident speaking English, and what would you change about it now?
Ooh, that's a deep one. Do you have an example, Jane? I know you are a native speaker, but maybe from when you were learning another language?
Yes, actually. When I was learning Spanish, I had to make a phone call to book a hotel. I was so nervous that I wrote down exactly what I wanted to say. But when the person answered, I panicked and started saying, lo siento, I'm sorry, because I didn't understand them fast enough. I sounded like a terrified child.
Oh no. And what would you change now?
Now I would take a deep breath. I would not apologize. I would simply say, could you please speak slower, calmly? I would own the situation instead of apologizing for my level.
That is powerful. I remember when I first started giving tech talks, I used to say, does that make sense, after every slide. I can't watch the recordings now. It's too painful. I would definitely change that to, any questions on this section?
See, we all make these mistakes. It is part of the journey. But identifying them is the first step to fixing them.
We want to hear from you guys. Please leave a comment down below answering the question of the day. Tell us a story about a time you lacked confidence. We read every single comment and we love supporting you.
Yes, please share. We are a community here. And if you found this episode helpful, please remember to share it with a friend or a colleague who might need a confidence boost.
Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel grow so we can keep making these lessons for you.
Thank you so much for listening. Remember, you have great ideas. You have valuable skills. Don't let sorry or just hide that from the world. Speak with authority.
Be bold, be clear, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye.